Man, how time flies when you're busy having fun because it's been a wild year ever since the story with the soldier and the Demon 170. And I'm getting hit up by people, but now about that. But I want to talk about basically in this video that particular situation and how the soldier story really changed a lot of things. And it kind of made this by far the best year I had on YouTube, especially when you consider a lot of the changes that this one particular story that I covered caused. It's that time of year again where you need to save as much money as you can to buy the gifts for everyone else and including yourself. So my friends at Just Bolt-Ons and Drag Racing Wheels have you covered. In case you need anything like exhaust systems, sticky Mickeys, catch cans, tonneau covers, whatever, my friends at Just Bolt-Ons and Drag Racing Wheels have some of the best prices online. And with my promo code BUTTER that you use at checkout, you can save up to an additional 15% off on your next order. So check out my friends at Just Bolt-Ons, DragRacingWheels.com, where some of the best prices online just got a little bit better. So my over 38,000 friends and the 65% of you guys not yet subscribed. The story last year of the Soldier and the Demon 170 was pretty much a social media firestorm that a lot of people was not really expecting to happen over the Christmas holidays. Now, I was particularly taken aback when I covered the story and found out about it because one of my friends, Zach, you know Zach, which Zach you are, he basically tagged me into the post where the soldier found out that his car was sold to another customer, which we was all in the Demon 170 group. And he basically found out his car was sold to another customer and stuff. Then I was tagged to the post and I was reading through everything that was going on. And I went and did a lot of research there. And I think this was like the day, this was actually on Christmas Day, I think I actually saw the story. And then I did a bunch of research and then I made my video and released it really the day after Christmas and stuff. So really within that first day, that video took off and it caught a lot of people's attention. And especially, come to find out after the fact that one of the first people who actually saw the video was Goldberg. And I'm pretty sure from what the article said that he actually sent the video to Tim Kuniskis, and then Tim Kuniskis jumped into action, and pretty much all of Dodge was really on the backs of this dealership for what the crap they did. It was just amazing how all this stuff launched from one video that I did, because at that particular time, I mean, I think I only had like maybe 15, 20,000 subscribers on my channel and stuff, and so I wasn't necessarily that big of a YouTube channel. And so it was very surprising to me that a video that I would make would basically cause so much stuff to happen. And, and then literally within 48 hours of that video, I mean, I literally get an email from Tim Kuniskis that, hey, what's your cell phone number? And then within, I think like within a few hours, bam, I get a cell phone number from Stellantis, I forgot exactly what it says, Stellantis FCA, whatever. And I'm like, hello? I'm like, oh, hey, this is Tim Kuniskis. So it's like, it's really surreal that you would think that a channel of my size can actually talk to the CEO of a company that makes billions of dollars and have a conversation with him for like I said, me and him will probably talk for at least 2-3 hours on the phone, literally a couple of days after Christmas. And this is when you think that all the executives will be at home with better things to do. And it really just shows the character of Tim Kuniskis to where he would take time out of his holidays with his family to go help out some random person in the Brotherhood to make sure that they were taken care of. And, so I kind of knew exactly what was going on with the soldier's car, because I've been talking to the dealership, I've been talking to Tim Kuniskis, and I talked to the soldier and stuff. So, and then the other customer who had the soldier's actual car. So I'm kind of like the middleman talking to everybody. So I kind of knew everything that was going on. And, stories that the dealership was telling the Dodge getting pissed off at the dealership telling one thing, but actually doing something totally different. And then kind of find out, I had people reach out to me that they was like, oh, well, you know what? That dealership did the same thing to me at, really within the same day. Like really, no. He told me that the dealership did the same thing to him in his car like a day before. So there was other customers affected by this dealership. I'm not going to really say the name of the dealership. You guys all know who it was. The dealership really just came clean with that one particular dealership that actually did all this crap, but they actually came clean and actually fixed the nonsense that one GM literally caused. It was really one GM and his nonsense of him trying to basically try to get as much money out of each car, and all their salesmen were basically trying to get as much money out of each car, which is why they was playing these games, trying to mark these cars up and then taking a couple $100 extra to sell the soldier's car and stuff. When the soldier had already told them, like, hey, my wife is coming next week to come get the car. But they couldn't wait a few days for the soldier's wife to come get the car. And he was already going to pay a markup on the car. But it's just crazy to think that all this crap happened over one GM. I make the video and then it just catches on fire. And then you got everybody like TK's Garage, OC Motivator, you got Lucky Lopez. It was a bunch of people who caught on to this video, and a lot of people made their own videos, and a lot of you guys called the dealership. A lot of you guys flooded social media about the situation. And it really, if it wasn't for the Brotherhood actually caring and getting pissed off collectively, I don't think this situation would have been one that kind of stood out to everybody, because it's not really that outrageous for people to get screwed over by dealerships. It happened literally every single day. Trust me, I would know, because even before the situation, I've had to help people out who got screwed over by dealerships, really just try to order D170. I got screwed over twice before this happened. But I know people who got screwed over when I helped them when the D170 got revealed and they were trying to get the allocation. I helped people back then who got screwed by dealerships. But this was a particular situation where this was like really like the right time and the right particular person that this happened to, because this happened to an active duty soldier who was actually deployed, and this happened right at Christmas. And this just really just pissed off a lot of people at the Brotherhood. And I'm like, I think if it wasn't for this, Dodge's morale would have really got a lot worse, because we was already pissed off with the whole last call stuff, all the stuff going on with these dealerships being money hungry and screwing over thousands of customers this whole entire year of like 2023. And then 2024, it didn't necessarily get that much better, but at least we got to a point with this particular story where we saw that Dodge will finally act and actually do something about this. And so, I'm glad that, I got a chance to help the soldier out. I'm glad I got a chance to talk to Tim Ganissis and, actually, get a chance to have a conversation with him, Matt McLear, the new CEO of Dodge. I was talking to him in the background too. So I know Tim, I know Matt pretty well. And then I was able to actually start getting to the point where, because of that one video, me, TK, OC, we was able to actually take the fight to dealerships in order to get justice for a lot of people who were getting screwed over, because this soldier's story was literally the catalyst for us being able to take the fight to the dealerships to help people out with their demons, and not just their demons. I mean, I know myself personally, I've helped at least several people out in getting their demons at or below MSRP. From the nonsense that they signed on the paper, that notarized piece of paper, that they're going to buy the car at MSRP, and then the dealership want to go play games once the car gets there and stuff, and then try to do like a take and leave it with the customer because they know they could have got more money out of the car. But, thanks to like you guys and the video with the soldier and stuff, we was able to fix that situation for a lot of customers, and not even just for demons. Like the one guy, the video I showed you guys with the scat pack, where his car was not welded, the whole back of the car wasn't done properly, and it made it through, quality checks and all this other nonsense, and he been toured around with Stellantis' buyback department for months. Made a video, bam, he got his car within I think a month, and he been towing around with Stellantis for like 3-4 months, and then making that video about his car, got that situation taken care of. And then other owners, I mean, even just a couple of weeks ago, I get a text message that, hey, what you said to Dodge was able to get the dealership to basically refund him the money that he has spent to get the D170 fixed, because there are a lot of dealerships who are still playing games with customers in the D170s. So I know this video is getting kind of long, but I just want to say that I'm definitely very grateful that this situation happened, because it now has allowed me and other people to basically use social media to kind of get these dealerships to get in check. And so the story, it kind of sucks that it happened, but if it didn't happen, we wouldn't be in this position to where me, TK, and OC, we wouldn't be able to help you guys out with situations with dealerships, and even get clarification from Dodge on certain things, because I've made videos when speaking with Dodge for them to tell you, what the story with this, what the story with that is. If it wasn't for this story, I wouldn't have gotten my Demon 170, because a lot of people still don't know exactly the story with the Soldier Demon 170 in mind, how they are very closely related. See, there you go. So I got my Demon 170 because of that, and then hold on. And I got my good friend Tim. Yeah, there we go. My own Demon 170. I wish there you go. So definitely a big thanks to all you guys who helped out the situation, because I would have got my Demon 170 if it wasn't for you guys either. I would have got my Demon 170 with all this nonsense that happened with the dealership. The only thing I really regret from this whole situation is how a lot of people involved in this try to write me out of being credited, being the one who kind of spearheaded this whole situation to the forefront. Because I mean, if you go look at a lot of articles from back then, they either didn't want to acknowledge that I was the one who did the video, or they try to label me like the Drive right here, or label me as the drama YouTuber and stuff. And really, other than Stale Power, kind of like doing an article talk about how I came up about on the video stuff, and how I figured out what was all going on. Really, the Stale Powers really was the only people that I saw that made a article about the situation. They actually try to correct the situation. So I definitely give a lot of props to Patrick Raw for doing that. But the Drive, like, definitely don't respect the Drive after that nonsense. I mean, even Carp Scoops, they reached out to me about commenting on certain things. So definitely respect Mopar Insiders, Car Scoops, and Steel Power a lot more than a lot of these other journalists who don't want to give anyone credit in anything. So that's really one thing I didn't really like, my situation, where they didn't want to give no one really any credit about the situation, when hundreds, if not thousands of customers getting screwed over by dealerships and nothing happened. Dodge did nothing to none of these dealerships. But now with this one particular story, they actually did something. And then, people don't know that, Dodge stripped dealerships of allocations. That's where, a lot of people don't know exactly where my Demon came from and where the Soldier Demon came from. So that's one thing that I hope that me and the Soldier kind of get together and kind of give you guys like a story of like what all exactly happened. Because I mean, even I don't know everything that happened between the Soldier and the dealership that led up to his car getting taken. And then there's some things I don't know exactly what happened between TK and the dealership, because TK was on the ground a lot of times, and he was getting a lot of inside information and stuff, and we was all feeding to one another in the background. So it was a lot of involved stories. And so I hope that, sometime in the next month or two, that me, TK, the Soldier, and OC, we can all, and even Lucky, we can all kind of get on like a live stream, or make a video all us together, kind of give like a, kind of like a full account of what happened. If I can get like, Tim Canisius or somebody also in the video and stuff, or Matt, like, I definitely would like for that to happen. And then, kind of give you guys exactly what happened in the background. And then the only other thing I didn't really like that happened was the whole situation between me and Jay Leno's Garage, because that was kind of messed up how they reached out to me. I gave them information that Dodge didn't give them. And then they try to get me to get all the parties to agree to film an episode of Jay Leno's Garage with the Soldier taking delivery and stuff. And when I couldn't get that to happen, because not all the parties wanted it to happen, then they just basically just cut me out the whole thing, and then didn't really want to say anything to me about it. And I almost had my Demon 170 stuck out there in California because of their nonsense. They try to get people to sign NDAs, but luckily for me, I knew people who was in Jay Leno's orbit, and I knew people who was in Dodger's orbit that told me anyway, which I'm not gonna say exactly who because they made all these people sign NDAs. But luckily for me, someone told me exactly what they was doing, how they was cutting me out of having my car sent to Jay Leno's garage, even though I got messages that my car was supposed to be sent there. And I almost got stuck in there in California, and then they didn't want to say anything about it because they was salty because I couldn't get an episode of Jay Leno's garage film. So that's the two things that kind of pissed me off about the situation. No one wanted to give me credit, especially from the media. And then number two, well, I wouldn't say nobody. None of the media want to give me credit. Dodge and Tim Knissen and all the YouTube friends, they was all like, hey, we all know the truth. Yada, yada, yada. But it was kind of messed up that the media kind of didn't want to acknowledge that somebody kind of broke the story open, and then Jay Leno's garage nonsense. It wasn't necessarily Jay Leno himself. It was people that worked for Jay Leno that did that nonsense and trying to play games with me and almost cost me having my Demon 170 sitting out there in like Los Angeles with no idea what the heck was going on. So that was definitely the two things that kind of pissed me off about the situation. But I mean, at least at the end of the day, it was a win for the soldier. It was a win for Dodge, and it was a win for a bunch of you guys who, me, TK, and OC, all of us, we helped you guys out because there are plenty of owners who saved hundreds of thousands of dollars because of this situation with the soldier. And like I said, just even a week or two ago, I'm still helping people out with their demons. And then there's been other situations where I help people out with their other cars. It's not demons, like their Grand Wagoneers, their Durangos, their Scat Packs. So there's been plenty of people I've helped out. And if it wasn't for this situation, I don't know if we would have been able to do so. But that's definitely like what I want to basically say about it. I hope to get, TK, OC, and the soldier all in the video. We can all talk about exactly what all would happen behind it, behind the scenes. But until then, definitely want to thank all you guys yet again, because like I said, if it wasn't for you guys, none of this wouldn't have happened. If you guys didn't watch the videos, comment the videos, call the dealerships, call Dodge, none of this would have happened, because there's been so many times where we've been screwed over by dealerships, and this was basically the straw that broke the camel's back. And definitely, if it was for you guys, the soldier would have got his Demon 170. I dang sure got my Demon 170. I wouldn't have got really any kind of, official communications from Dodge or, anything going on with them to help you guys out. So Dodge does a lot of stuff in the background that I'm not really going to talk about to kind of help you guys out, that I know 100% for a fact that they do, because I message them literally every week about stuff for them to help out on. So I'm not going to say exactly what it is because, you don't necessarily need to know, but just know that if you guys reach out to me with an issue that you're having, whether it's an issue with, the dealership, or issue with you dealing with something with Dodge, or there's a question that you have, let me know, because I can definitely go straight to Dodge and help get the situation taken care of. Even dealership groups, I know a bunch of the CEOs of dealership groups now from this whole nonsense over the last year, that I can go straight to the heads of the dealerships to get certain situations fixed. So definitely thanks to you guys. And until the next time, I'm out.